This is a video presentation on adding integers by Mathematically Marcia. Okay, let's first look at adding integers on a number line. Let's take, for example, -3 plus 6. So we will start at -3, and when we add positives, we move to the right. So from there we go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that takes us to 3. To look at another example, let's say 7 plus -4. Now we're going to start at 7, and since we're adding a negative, we're going to move to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That also happens to take us to 3. However, since always using a number line is not feasible, let's look at a couple of different ways we can look at this. We can also use algebra tiles. Our yellow tiles are going to represent positive numbers, and our red tiles are going to represent negative numbers. So you can see in my first example here that I have 3 plus 2. So I have 3 yellows and 2 yellows added together because they're all positive. And since they're all yellow, I can just add them all together and count them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellows. On this next example, I have -3 plus -2. They're all red because they're all negative. -3 would be 3 reds, -2 would be 2 reds. Count them all up, and I have 5 reds, so my answer is -5. So this helps us see our rule for adding same sign. Anytime the signs are the same, we are going to add and keep the same sign. So if we have 2 positives, we add and keep the positive. If we have 2 negatives, we add and keep the negative. Now, the other 2 examples on the bottom. If we have -3 plus -2, we have 3 red tiles to show the -3, 2 yellow tiles to show the +2. As we learned in my video on opposites, when you have a red and a yellow together, they cancel. So we can take these opposites out, and we're left with 1 negative. So that means my answer is -1. Because this negative here is all that's left. On my other example, I have 3 plus -2. So 3 yellows, 3 positive, and 2 red for 2 negative. Again, as we learned before, opposites cancel, so we can take those away. And all I have left is this single positive. So my answer this time is +1. So we can see from here when our signs are different, instead of adding, we will subtract. Think of it as subtracting or taking away the opposites. Subtract and keep the sign of the larger absolute value, or the one that you have more of. So in that first example, we had more negatives, so we kept the negative sign. On the other one, we had more positives, so we kept the positive sign. So let's look at a few more examples using those rules. And let's think about what we did with the algebra tiles. If you have 5 plus 4, that means you have 5 yellow tiles and you have 4 yellow tiles. Added together gives you 9 yellow tiles. Those are the same, so we add them and we keep that same sign or the same color tiles. For the next example, -3 plus -8. That's 3 red tiles, 8 red tiles. They're all the same. Add them together and you have 11 red tiles, or -11. So again, same sign means we add and we keep the same sign. And then the other two examples, 5 plus -10. That would be 5 yellow and 10 red. Now they're different, so we subtract the opposites. You're going to have 5 groups of opposites, and so when we subtract those 5 away from those 10, it's going to leave me with 5 red or 5 negative. Because I have more negatives to start with, or more red tiles, that's what I'm going to have left over when I take those opposites out. So 5 plus -10 is -5. -7 plus 12. Again, those are opposites. So we take those 7 pairs of opposites out, and that's going to leave me with 5 yellow tiles, or +5. So again, if the signs are different, we subtract and keep the sign of the larger absolute value, or the color of tiles we have more of. And that is how you add integers. Subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. Comment below with your questions, comments, or requests for future videos. Thank you for watching.